In the same sense, I built it based off of a need that really was in the marketplace. Like there was nothing out there that was based on ethics only. And, that's one of our biggest things as realtors is having high ethics. And so for me, it was like, I couldn't find it anywhere. I couldn't find a brokerage that was like holding higher standards than what the division required. And the division was so minimal. The bar is so low that I was like, I've got to change this. And I knew there was enough agents out there that would resonate with, that they'd be like, man, we are helping people with their homes, their lives. This is their biggest assets. If we can't do it better, we're going to have this name that nobody's going to like. So the top three most untrusted professions are car salesmen, lawyers, and realtors. And that broke my heart because when I first sold my first home and I watched a homeowner cry that his kids were going to play in the backyard, I realized how important this job was. I realized how important my role was. It wasn't just about a commission. And I knew that there was enough realtors out there that felt the exact same way, that all I had to do was make sure that I had the standard higher, the bar raised, the standard was higher, and what I required as a broker. If you didn't want to be a part of that, then go be at another brokerage. And it just started to, like, people were coming over in droves. This is important to me too. The general public deserves a professional that represents them in a way that changes their lives. And so it's really fascinating to see how many people really genuinely care about their clients. And then there's a dichotomy. There's also that other side of the industry that there's people that just don't care. So it gave me a good marketplace to start building a company that was based on ethics. So that was my story.
Awesome. So recruiting that many agents, how is the retention? Are you able to keep them or do you got to keep bringing them in?
Markets shift. And so that changes a lot on retention. But for about 6 years, we hardly lost anybody. I mean, if they didn't want to renew their license, that was anything. So we had a really high retention rate. And then the market shifted. And oftentimes people end up finding either another brokerage that was cheaper or something like that, or something that they had more needs in, that type of thing. But yeah, it's kind of a transient business. People change all the time. They think the grass is greener. They think that some brokerage is going to solve their problems and make them make way more money. But really focusing on what you do to be the best that you can be is what's going to make you money no matter what the brokerage that you're at. So
what type of culture do you create in your company?
So we really like to base our culture on like a family feel. I know that's kind of an overused term, but you belong here. You're part of something bigger. And what it is we're making a dent in the industry. We're trying to do things differently. We're trying to have better ethics, better standards. These